the weight on my shoulders. As I feel the sky come down on me, and I can't hold it much longer. Gotta let go so I can be free. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's an FT special. Welcome to the Players' Choice Award sponsored by Candy. It is time to hand out some hardware. Scotty Braun with two former winners for the Players' Choice Awards. Adam Jones on location, Marvin Miller Man of the Year in 2015. How you doing, AJ?
Hey, always good. I remember when I won that, and I was presented by the late Brooks Robinson. That award means a lot. That means that all your peers voted for you, and that's a big one to take home. The same, I think that's the Roberto Clemente for the Latin players.
Well, I've also got a previous winner sitting next to me, the 2012 NL Outstanding Rookie. Oh, what's that on the desk right here?
I found it in the the woods of the basement downstairs, man. Yeah, there it is.
That's pretty right there.
Pretty big,
Godfather in the house.
Pretty big piece of hardware there, man.
I like it. Is it heavy?
It's pretty heavy.
Yeah,
this is a good one right here. I didn't break this one either, like the other award I got right there. Yeah, this very meaningful, man. It's the guys you play with, who come and watch you play every day, who you're battling with and trying to kick their butt day in and day out. I mean, it just means a lot more to me. It's guys that are focused on winning, guys that want to play the game the right way, and to have them vote me as the Outstanding Rookie of the Year that year, that is awesome. I don't care. They can't take that away from me. Writers can say whatever they want the next time around. These are the boys here in the trenches picking the winner. So, yeah, meaningful to me, and that's something. One of those awards where it was like, it's a good award. No, that's like a top 5 award for me just because of that sole fact.
That's cool. And this has been going on since 1992. So MLB players recognizing the on and off field achievements, depending on the award, of their peers through this Players' Choice Awards. And to date, the MLBPA charitable arm, which is the Players' Trust, and this is most important, has contributed more than $4 million to charities around the world on behalf of each winner. And here's how the rules work. Nice and simple, right? You guys get ballots at the end of the season to write in who you think should win the awards. And the players vote for who is going to win the award on their side, right, in the league, on the American League side or on the National League side for rookie, pitcher, player, and comeback awards. And then all players vote for Player of the Year, which is the big one, which is cool because we'll get to that. One player in all of Major League Baseball. We have MVPs for AL and NL. What about just the top player in all of baseball? It should be a pretty good race this year. So we'll get to that. Let's start with the Outstanding Player Award winners, and we'll look back at the past first. So last year, your winner in the American League, Aaron Judge. On the National League side, Paul Goldschmidt. Shohei Ohtani and Bryce Harper the year before, Jose Abreu and Freddie Freeman before that. Trout's won this award, of course. Mookie the year before in the AL. Rendon is a prior winner when he was with the Nationals. And Christian Yelich back in 2018. So if you watched a few weeks ago, we showed you the finalists for the American League and for the National League. All right, here we go. Let's start with the American League. Your finalists for AL Outstanding Player are...
Finalists, Outstanding Player, American League.
There's a rocket, right field, way back, long gone, number 44, Shohei Ohtani.
And it's shot into right, Hernandez will go back, that ball, it's gonna go! Home run and the Rays win!
Go after the first pitch, and hits a towering shot, way out to right, it is gone! 33rd of the year for Corey Seager.
And there are your finalists, Yandy Diaz, Shohei Ohtani, and Corey Seager. And the winner of the AL Outstanding Player of the Year is Shohei Ohtani.
There you go. Wow.
Voted by his peers. Congratulations to Shohei. Him and Trout have now won 2 of these awards each, and those Angels superstars have won 3 of the past 5 years. They're a pretty big deal.
Yeah, and you see this whole award system, it's not the same guy over and over, which I love. Shohei, well-deserved, pitching, hitting, he did it all this year, and it was a fantastic year for him, and we're looking to see some bigger things coming up too as well.
Yeah, and there's his candy card. Shohei Ohtani is your champ right here in the American League. What made it interesting for him for this particular portion for this award is that pitching is not considered just for this part, right?
Okay.
It will be for later on. So that's what made it interesting. We debated it quite a bit back and forth between Ohtani and Corey Seager, who played in less games, had a little less on offense, but obviously was a shortstop going up against Ohtani, who's a DH. But still, everyone's like, yo, I'm not dealing with Ohtani in the lineup.
I'm Shohei Ohtani, American League Outstanding Player.
Un fenómeno, es un fenómeno, un extraterrestre como le apodan, de verdad, porque él lo hace todo, es increíble.
Surreal, kind of an alien. A unicorn to best describe him.
And he's unique, he's a unicorn. He does everything the right way, but he also has the time for everybody else. I mean, I've got my signed Ohtani jersey sitting in my locker, and I can't wait to hang it up at the house.
I always joke with my brothers about Ohtani. Like, I just don't get how he does it. Like, I'm exhausted after a start, and then he goes and hits and steals bases, and it's incredible what he's able to do. I don't know how he does it.
Yeah, I don't know how he does it. He is one of the best pitchers and he's one of the best hitters. I don't think we'll ever see it again.
It's very hard for me to conceive that. It's pretty awesome.
I remember a game this year, he pitched 8 complete innings or maybe 9 complete innings, and then the doubleheader hit 2 home runs. I mean, honestly, it's the most impressive thing I've ever seen.
Shohei Ohtani with a blast! 3-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Shohei Ohtani puts an exclamation point on the afternoon.
やっぱ特別ですね。それはプレイヤーとして、一緒にプレーしている選手、自分のチームもそうですし、普段からそのライバルとして、他のチームでプレーしている方、見てますけど、やっぱその選手たちに選ばれるっていうのはすごく自分にとって、大きいことですし、すごい光栄なことです。
Shohei, congratulations. I know this is one of several you've won in the past, and I'm sure there's a lot more coming in the future, but can't wait to see what you do next.
Shohei, congrats.
Felicidades, Ohtani.
Shohei, congratulations on winning the AL Outstanding Player. Very much deserve it. You're very fun to watch and not a whole lot of fun to play against, but congratulations, well deserved.
Congratulations, Shohei. You're one of a kind player.
Congratulations, Shohei. Sure, you got plenty more awards coming. But enjoy this one and keep striving for your best self.
投票してくれた選手の皆さん、ありがとうございます。皆さんの、投票をこれからの励みに、また頑張りたいなと思います。
As a pitcher and a hitter, that mentality, like that's second to none. I mean, a position player, that's our nature. We hit and we play a position. This guy's a pitcher and arguably the most dangerous hitter in the game. You know, I think every year he should win the Hank Aaron Award because that's the most outstanding player, and it proves it again. The dude is real deal, man. He's fun to watch. He's good for the game.
Finalists. Outstanding Player. National League.
3-2. There's a drive down the left field line towards the wall. Here comes something historic. It's a home run for Ronald Acuña, and it's home run number 40. 2 that bats, drills down the line. If it's fair, goodbye. Off the pole and tied at 1. Betts homers against San Diego again. Down the right field line. Hooking, but it's fair.
NL Outstanding Player of the Year finalists Ronald Acuña Jr. and Mookie Betts felt like those two going back and forth with what they were able to do during the season. Acuña starting out hot, Mookie picking up the pace, and then Olsen casually dropping 50-plus bombs. But the winner in the National League is
Ronald Acuña Jr. That guy was outstanding. The numbers he put up, 40 and 70. This guy took off. and he didn't stop. It's one of those things where was the lull going to be? There was no lull. He had an awesome year one for the record books.
Yeah, start to finish. Congratulations to Ronald Acuña Jr. Let's check out his candy card too. Looking mean, looking tough.
Young. He's looking young right
there. He does look young right there.
I think for Acuña, it started in WBC. Just, getting his body going, getting that energy going, and he's fully healthy. Start to finish, he's been, the best player this year. But I think the series in LA when the Braves went there and they beat the Dodgers bad, 3 out of 4. And when he went to Grand Slam and then followed another home run center field, that ball I don't think got higher than the center field wall. I think then that conversation, because Mookie was incredibly hot in August, I think then he just said, you know what, this is mine. And then the 70 stolen bases. I know that Mookie's not getting 70 no more because he's 31 years old. Acuña's 24, 25. But Barry Bonds said it, like 40 and 70, you a bad man. There's nothing you can do about that. You a bad man. If Barry's saying that, you a bad man.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Yeah, Acuña's still so damn young. He's 25 years old. He's the 4th player to win the award. Yep, you nailed it. Freddie won this award in 2020, Freddie Freeman. Andrew Jones in 2005. And Chipper Jones won the award in 1999. And you can do some math here now that we've got the 2 outstanding players on the American League and National League side, that one of these players is probably going to win Player of the Year, right? So could have a pretty good matchup with Acuña against Ohtani. Let's move on to the outstanding NL rookie winners. Todd Father is not in the league anymore, so unfortunately we have to move on. But the trophy lives on the desk. And if you look at last year in the National League, Spencer Strider was so freaking good. Strikeout machine. Obviously, he matched that this year, but he's not a rookie anymore. Jonathan India, a Cincinnati Red in 2021. Jake Cronenworth in 2020. Pete Alonso, Polar Bear, your former teammate. Todd Father in 2019. And Acuña won this award in 2018.
Finalists. Outstanding Rookie. National League.
And Corbin Carroll might have it right here. Corbin Carroll, goodbye. Corbin Carroll, 25 home runs. Struck him out. 200 strikeouts in his magnificent rookie season for Kodai Senga. That is caught. Left center. Reds win.
There's your 3 finalists. Man, the Cincinnati Reds know how to put some rookies together. They had a ton of rookies. Spencer Steer, they called their MVP of the season. Kodai Senga had an awesome year on the mound for the Mets. And Corbin Carroll was an MVP candidate too, an outstanding player, probably top 5 finisher in my mind in the National League. He was that damn good. Playoff stats don't count, okay?
No.
But still, look at the regular season. And the winner of the outstanding rookie in the National League, you handed out since you won it in the past.
I'm going to give this to somebody, but give it back. Corbin Carroll, congratulations, man. You are the outstanding rookie of the year, voted by the Players' Choice. This is awesome, man. This is really cool. This is the kickstart of your career, this award, and sky's the limit for this guy, man. He had a heck of a year leading a team that nobody thought would even make it this far. Again, the playoffs don't count, but at the same time, he put up some really good numbers. In his first year, leading off, batting second, batting third. He batted everywhere. He was a guy that was helping his team out. And they got a couple other guys there, too, that are coming up, too, as well. So this is going to be a team that's going to be there for a long time, led by your Rookie of the Year, Corbin Carroll.
Ooh, I like that card. Wow. I like that. That's the candy rookie card right there for Corbin. I don't even know what color you call that. It's like a desert.
Oh,
ooh, hello.
Desert brown?
Like we've done a few shows together or something. Yeah, I like that. Serpientes for Corbin Carroll. He did it all this year.
NL Outstanding Rookie.
He got game.
本当にアクーニャ選手みたいに何でもできる統合力の高い選手じゃないかなっていう印象かなと。
Puede hacer todo, todo lo puede hacer, la que es increíble.
You can tell that he's going to be a problem in this league for a long time. It's just been unreal to watch.
He's just head and shoulders above a lot of other players.
Truly a really great baseball player.
And then knowing at that.
Feel pressured. More of the handwriting piece of it. Cool. Hey, I'm Corbin Carroll, NL Outstanding Rookie.
Corbin Carroll hits a fly ball to right field. Goodbye!
he's got a good plate discipline and he doesn't just chase. And then you get the speed in it and it's not fun.
Here comes Corbin. The throw for Bailey is into center field. And that's 50 for Corbin Carroll.
リーグが違うので、そんなにこう対戦するっていう、見ていてそういう素晴らしい選手だなと思います。
For as young as he is, he's a leader on that ball club.
Not a large stature player, but hits the ball with more authority than you otherwise would have thought.
I'm so excited for him and what he's accomplishing right now, what he's gonna accomplish. Yeah, I can't say enough with how excited I am for him and what he's done so far.
He did an outstanding job and blew everything out of the water.
Corbin, congrats. It's well deserved, and I look forward to competing against you for many years to come.
Corbin, congratulations.
Felicidades, Corbin Carroll.
Corbin, congratulations. Can't wait for the future.
Corbin, congratulations on NL Rookie, voted by the players. A lot more work to be done, but enjoy this moment for sure.
There were so many great first-year players this year. Could go through the list, but just some very impressive years, and I think that really means the most to me. To be, honored and chosen for this, it means a lot to me.
All right, Mr. Jones, you played for the Arizona Diamondbacks, and now they have an outfielder who will be there for quite a while. He already signed a pretty nice-looking extension before the season began, before his first full season. I mean, he did just about everything you could do in your first full year. And also, I mean, he's going to be the catalyst for this team. He's not the biggest dude on the field, but he's got pop. He might put up Acuña numbers one day.
I mean, tip your hat first off to Mike Hazen for seeing that this guy is nasty. He got a deal. Yeah, he got 800 and something. The Diamondbacks got a deal on that. This guy, Corbin Carroll, is unbelievable player. I mean, not the tallest, 5'10". They say 165. I'd say he's about 185, 190. He's thick like Alec Thomas is and some thick boys. But he came in there, and from day one, he opened up Pandora's box of his tools. He runs, he has power, plays great defense. He goes first to third. Him and Marte with triples. But they have a really good organization. So the culture in Arizona is fantastic. And, I don't think a lot of people had them in this situation, but Marte, Walker, they put him in this situation because of their talent. And for him to, again, be an MVP candidate, I think we all can agree to that. He's had a special year. And I'm happy that I was able to catch a couple games and see the talent.
And you're right, 8 years, $111 million. I mean, he's already paid for half that deal in a year like this alone with what he's putting together in the regular season and the postseason. It's a good call. Yeah, that's a hell of a bargain for them. Good work by the front office of the Arizona Diamondbacks to lock him up early. So let's flip to the American League now. Outstanding AL rookie. And let's look at some notable recent winners. So in 2022, Julio Rodriguez, stud season, followed that up. Remember, he had a little bit of a cold spell this year and then put together a really strong year as a sophomore. Look back at 2019, and Yordan Alvarez was a stud rookie with the Astros. Aaron Judge won this award in 17, Correa in 15, and go back to 2012. Wow, that was pretty cool. So you won in 2012 in the National League, and Trout won in the American League. I love that. So let's roll out the finalists for the American League Outstanding Rookie right now.
Finalists. Outstanding Rookie, American League.
High deep drive. That one headed way up there, and that ball should be gone. It is. Tristan Casas with number 24. Oh boy. 3-2 Gunner. High in the air to right field. Look out below. It's at 462 feet.
And that's hit hard. Out to center. Carrying well. Duvall is back. It's gone. Josh Young.
There's your finalists, Tristan Casas of the Red Sox, Gunnar Henderson of the Orioles, and Josh Young for the Texas Rangers. And the AL Outstanding Rookie of the Year winner is Gunnar Henderson. And we spoke to him about winning that award. We got Gunnar Henderson on this week of the Baltimore Orioles, speaking to us on FT with Krasinski and Kratz. Let's run it. Gunnar, great to have you on. Congratulations on being the American League Outstanding Rookie of the Year. Voted on by your peers, your new peers, because you're new to the party here. obviously in Major League Baseball, your first full season, you put together a great year, and also your team obviously is just really back on the map. So now you've had a few weeks in the offseason to kind of look back, right? I know players are often like, I'll think about it in the offseason. So what are you thinking about right now when you look back and do a little bit of reflecting on how this year went down? Did it hit your expectations?
Yeah, no, it was a really fun year, just all in all, especially from day one of spring training. I felt like we all had a great group of guys and just really bought in together from day one of spring training. And just throughout the year, being able to play each and every day with those guys made it really enjoyable going to the park, and couldn't ask for a better first year.
What was the best part of 2023 for you during the season?
Honestly, the clinch for I guess it was playoffs, because we walked it off. I mean, the division champs was pretty cool, but just the circumstances of the clinching the playoffs and walking it off, that was pretty cool.
Gunnar, you're a big guy. You're bigger than most shortstops are. How has that worked for you? Because you originally were kind of a third baseman, thought to be a third baseman, and they kind of thrust you into shortstop, did an amazing job defensively. So what was the transition like moving to shortstop for a bigger fella?
Yeah, so ever since I got into professional ball, I pretty much had to split time between short and third. So I felt like it was nothing new for me. I just was able to finally get my feet up under me after the first month and really show what I could do at both positions. But yeah, I knew I could play shortstop and was able to prove that.
What's the second year goal? Because they don't have a second year player of the year. This is the prestigious goal, of a rookie. What's the second year goal for you?
Well, I mean, I like to set my goals high. So, I mean, I want to shoot for an MVP, and that's what I set my expectations to, and that's what the standard I try to hold myself to.
And what do you got to do? What do you got to do to get to that? What do you got to do to go from rookie of the year to MVP?
Just honestly allow myself to keep going out there and just put myself in the position to play. I felt like once I finally got out of that rut in the first month, I was able to let myself go out there and play and really show what I can do offensively and defensively.
Gunnar, did you pick up on big league things, right? Like these guys have always talked about, I played with this player, he taught me this, or I just watched this player do that. I know your team was pretty damn young, but there's a few vets there, and doesn't even have to be from a vet. I mean, Adley Rutschman feels like a vet, even though he's not. But did you pick things up from other guys? And if so, like, is there anything that stands out to you?
The biggest thing for me was in the beginning of the year, it felt like I was kind of pressing a little bit and didn't realize how long the season actually is, and being able to go through the full first season and experience that, really learn how long it is and that your numbers in the beginning and stuff and just how everything's working out. It's all going to iron itself out throughout the course of the year. And I feel like that's just one thing I learned.
Gunnar, you said you struggled the first month of the season. You guys don't have a ton of veteran position players on your team. Did a James McCann, a Cedric Mullins, a Santander grab you and say, look, dude, I know you're young, but there's 5.5 more months of this. You'll figure it out.
Yeah, so, I mean, I felt like it was a collective group because, I mean, like you said, our team's very young and they went through the same experience that I went through not too long ago. So they had that and remembered it and was able to help me get through that. And I felt like that really helped me to push through it. And I just can't thank them enough for being the teammates that they are and just being able to have them on my side as well.
Was there somebody during the season that you met that you were like, whoa, like I met this, like this is pretty amazing?
So I'll go one like non-baseball, and I got to meet Joan Jett. So I'm a big like rock fan, and she's a big Orioles fan. So that one was pretty cool. And whenever I did the in-game interview against the Yankees, I got to talk to Charles Barkley. So that one was pretty cool for me, being an Auburn fan.
Hey, do you have a chip on your shoulder from the draft still? Like, does that stay with you? I mean, we've talked to other guys this year. Like, I'll bring up an example. Zach Gallen, who thought that he should have gotten more Cy Young votes. Or there's plenty of players, I feel like, even another exciting rookie in Evan Carter, who was picked technically in the last round of the 2020 draft in the 5th round. Like, I remember, I mean, I would host a lot of draft shows that you were projected to go in the 1st round. You end up slipping to number 42, which worked out quite nicely. That was an epic draft for Baltimore in 2019 to get you and Adley. But do you have a chip on your shoulder ever from that, or at least initially to be like, okay, I'm going to show, 41 other teams, or at least a good chunk of other teams, why they really screwed up here?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, I was thinking I was going to go in like top 20 or just at least first round. And whenever it kept falling, I honestly thought I was just going to go to Auburn. And whenever I finally got chosen, I mean, yeah, I wish I could have gone higher, but at the same time, I got a chance to go out there and prove that, yeah, I felt like I was better than majority, if not all, the ones picked before me. And yeah, I mean, I felt like didn't really take a chip on my shoulder, but I just want to go out there and prove everything because I know the standard that I can play to, and that's what I try to hold it.
Who do you want to talk to? I would say in the off season, like of your teammates. Is there somebody that you'll keep in touch with, whether it's just to hang out, someone that lives nearby, or even work out with? Like, what's your plan in the off season?
Yeah, so I'm actually going up to a wedding in California, and then after the wedding, I'm going to go up to Adley's house in Oregon, and we're going to hang out and do some workouts, and I'm sure play some golf at some point. So, yeah, we got that trip scheduled. So we've been trying to do that for the past few years, and we finally got one.
I like that. Yeah, meeting of like the young franchise players. What's Adley been like, with the team? Obviously, we can see what he does on the field. We've had him on for interviews. Does he command the clubhouse? Is he the leader of the team? Is he the guy that people go to, or is he more quiet?
Yeah, no, he's just really funny dude. He's always joking around in the clubhouse. He's just a great guy to have around. I mean, I've spent pretty much every day since we got drafted together with him, and he's been a really fun guy to be around. Whenever I got into pro ball, he kind of broke me out of my shyness and not really knowing what to expect, and just an all around great guy. I mean, you love having him in the clubhouse, and yeah, I feel like when he's on camera, he's not as joking as he is, but once you get him off the camera, he's a really funny dude.
I know there's not really much to look at as far as like past seasons for you. Of course, this is the first full season, but were you disappointed about how the playoffs turned out? I mean, obviously the goal is to win the World Series every year. The team won the division. You've got a lot of career left to go, but did you look back and maybe even right after the last loss there, talk to guys in the clubhouse like, hey, we maybe could have won this thing this year? And now even looking at like who's in it, not that the teams aren't good. It's just like you got two wild card teams that have made it through to the World Series.
Yeah, I mean, definitely don't want to get knocked out in the first round, especially after winning the division. But yeah, I mean, we made a step in the right direction. It's ultimately not where we wanted to finish off or not where we thought we would finish. But yeah, I mean, it's just how it fell this year. But definitely to be able to get that experience in my first year and a lot of guys' first playoff experience is just going to help us in the long run, and looking forward to many more runs in the future.
Is this a discussion in the offseason? I know different teams that I played for, if I actually got to play back-to-back seasons with the team, the offseason was like dudes were talking about, hey, we came up short last year. This is what we got to do. We don't want to just make it to the American League Championship Series. Is that something you guys discuss?
I feel like with all the guys that we have in the clubhouse, we know that's not where we wanted to finish. And ever since we got into spring training, we know that we could be a winning team, and to be able to go in the playoffs and prove a lot of people wrong to even make the playoffs is pretty cool. But we all knew that we had a good shot at the World Series, and to be able to have that experience up under our belt to get the playoffs in our first year, or a couple of our guys' first year. But yeah, it's going to be pretty cool to see how the future unwinds and be able to hopefully make a lot of World Series runs.
Congrats on winning Outstanding Rookie of the Year in the American League. What a damn season. You should be really proud, and obviously enjoy the offseason. Have fun with Adley, and we'll see you in spring training too, all right?
Sounds good. See y'all. Thank y'all for having me.
Thanks, Gunner. There he is, Gunnar Henderson, winning it for the Baltimore Orioles. And like we talked about in the conversation, Jonesy, this is your squad. You get to watch Adley Rutschman and Gunnar Henderson, at least for the next few years, hopefully for longer than that, if they figure out a way to sign these guys long-term, which we asked them about. But at least for now, what we saw the Orioles do in the regular season this year, you want to replicate that for the next few seasons. Baseball's back in Baltimore. It's that simple, right? Like, it was dead for a little bit. It's back, and it's many thanks to these guys.
Oh, it's big time back in Baltimore. And you know what? Gunnar, he pushed the envelope by, he's probably going to win Rookie of the Year, and that's putting him in arbitration. So that's 1 year less that we're going to have him in Birdland, and 1 year closer to free agency for him. But what a talent. You take away the first 2 months of the season, and he's an MVP candidate. The other guys, Young and Cassis, had fantastic years. Young, he broke his thumb. I think that took him out of the Rookie of the Year race. But what Gunnar did from start to finish, playing multiple positions, shortstop and third, leading the team in a lot of offensive categories. And, obviously Adley is the big name in the face, but I think that Gunnar is the personality of the organization. And, a lot of people gravitate towards his energy, and, he's had a fantastic year. So let's hope he's having a really good offseason and build on it for next year, because teams are gonna come after him in a different way because the talent is there.
Yeah, like you said, the talent is there. They got guys that are coming up every time they need somebody. It's a younger guy coming in, dominating, and they're not just coming up just to sit, they're coming to play. And Gunnar Henderson had himself a heck of a year. Baltimore, be ready for this guy and everybody else. It's going to be fun years to come, and with Gunnar Henderson at the helm.
What a freaking draft in 2019. They got Adley Rutschman first, and then Gunnar Henderson in that second round at number 42 overall. When he was, like he talked to us about, he was supposed to go in the middle of the first round. He's not going to forget how many teams passed by. Trust me. Big dude, got the job done, quality ABs, pop, the whole deal. So congratulations to Gunnar Henderson, and let's keep moving. Next award is in the National League, the Comeback Player of the Year in the NL.
Finalists. Comeback Player, National League.
Drilled center field. Well struck. Sawinski turns, looks, gone! Number 26.
Home run. High drive, center field. Tavares on the move. Out of here! He's starting to swing it, folks.
It's out to center field, pretty well hit. Going back, Sawinski, back to the wall. Gone! Home run, Bryce Harper!
All right, guys, there's your finalists, Cody Bellinger, Michael Conforto, and Bryce Harper. And your winner of National League Comeback Player of the Year is Cody Bellinger. Congratulations to Cody. What a damn comeback. What a season for him with the Chicago Cubs. One of the best players overall in baseball this year.
This is the whole interview. Cody Bellinger, NL Comeback Player of the Year.
I think when players around the league think about Cody, they have a lot of respect.
Super talented, athletic, versatile, and winning player.
That's who he is. I'm excited that he had the season he had, and excited to see him to, continuing to just be the best version of him.
Be able to come out after and switching teams, and then first year you switch with that team to put up these type of numbers is definitely a testament to his mental strength and just the confidence that he has in himself. And I think everybody knew he had it in him, and then he went out there and proved it.
Mira, lo que hizo este año, lo que ha hecho este año y lo que ha hecho desde que llegó a Grandes Ligas, ¿verdad? Es increíble. Ha tenido su alta y baja, pero gracias a Dios se pudo reivindicar, y ese es el Cody Bellinger que queríamos de todo el mundo.
なんていうんですかね、若くて、ここ何年か調子が悪かったりとか、怪我もあったりとかで大変だったと思いますけど、今年見ていて面白かったですし、また
A lot of big moments for him. He's hitting, 320 with the 900 OPS. Like, oh, yeah, he's back.
Center field. That one back. A belly ball. Look out of here off the scoreboard.
Struggling in a large market after having so much success and then being able to rebound shows just a lot of character, a lot of grit.
This whole last offseason, I wanted to prepare myself as best I could and go out and play the game of baseball that I knew I could play. Glad that I was able to go out and show it for myself, and for my family. And I learned a lot this year. The mental grind, the physical grind. Everybody's road to success is different, and everybody's story is different.
Cody, congratulations on the NL Comeback Player of the Year in 2023. It's been amazing to watch you turn around from the last couple of years to where you're at this year and make that MVP year again.
Felicidades a Cody Bellinger por este premio.
ベリンジャー選手
Congratulations on the NL Comeback Player of the Year.
Congrats on the Comeback Player of the Year, as well deserved, and continue to go out there and dominate. We're all on different teams, but we're all in the same game together, grinding and competing, and so it means a lot. Thank you, voters, for choosing me for NL Comeback Player of the Year.
All right, Jonesy, you want to talk bargain? The Chicago Cubs were kind of looked at as like an team heading into the 2023 season. I don't think many people had them as a playoff club. I don't think many people had them necessarily being bad, but certainly didn't expect them to score runs like this. They signed Cody Bellinger for 1 year, about $17.5 million. Worked out pretty well for them.
I mean, he's had some down years. I mean, 19 he was the MVP. Hurt his shoulder in the World Series. It's been a struggle for him. It's called a spade. He needed a new place. He needed a new destination, and I think he's got his confidence back. I think when you just hear something from somebody else, from a different chef, you might hone in a little different. He was born and raised with the Dodgers organization, so maybe it was a change of scenery that helped him out. And you know what? What it did is it bought himself. He's staring at maybe a 5-6 year contract. That's very lucrative, and put himself back in that conversation of one of the best players in baseball.
And we know how it is with you guys. You guys are tough, so sometimes you don't want to exactly kind of lay out how you're feeling, right? And you want to just play ball. So Cody Bellinger's camp said, I mean, the shoulder was a problem. And then you get to see what he looks like, which was Cody Bellinger from a few years ago, basically. Yeah, he didn't put up the MVP numbers, but he was one of the better players in the league. And yeah, maybe his shoulder was barking a little bit up until this year.
Without a doubt. I think that plays a part of it. You're playing in a big city as well. I talk to guys like, hey, man, why can some people handle like New York or LA and some don't? I'm not saying he couldn't handle it, but I'm saying that change of scenery, like Adam said, kind of just like a breath of fresh air. Now I could breathe a little bit and not worry about the outside noise. He deserves it. He's a great player. He's a great person. And, he's going to keep taking off from here on out.
Yeah, he lowered his strikeout percentage quite a bit. His chase percentage went down a lot because he had some strikeout issues the past couple of years. He's an elite defender. That's been the case for a while now. So congratulations, Cody Bellinger, comeback player of the year in the National League. Interesting candidates in the American League. Let's go over those finalists.
Finalists. Comeback player, American League.
That's a fastball called strike 3, and Tyler Glasnow finishes with 6 straight strikeouts and ties his career high with 14.
Crowd trying to push him across that first strikeout. 3-2. There it is. Save that baseball. He drills one deep in the air to right field. Ryan O'Hearn has tied the score.
There you go. Your AL Comeback Player of the Year finalist, Tyler Glasnow, Liam Hendriks, and Ryan O'Hearn. Okay. In the American League, it's interesting because you have two guys that you're mostly looking at with like your basic injuries and stats. And then, of course, Liam coming back from cancer. So your winner of the American League Comeback Player of the Year award is Adam.
Of course, Liam Hendriks. I mean, you're staring, this is bigger than a game. You're staring, this is life and death. And, we're a close-knit family in baseball. And it's a lot bigger than the game. For him to be able to come back and throw a major league pitch, that's icing on the cake. For him to be around for his family, that's what it's most about. So the guys, O'Hearn, fantastic year. Again, change of scenery guy. And Glasnow coming back from TJ, he's still filthy. But I think everybody can agree that, life and death overshadows any of this.
Love this. Look at the artwork on the Liam Hendriks card with the digital signature, closer for the Chicago White Sox, and dealt with some other injuries, obviously Tommy John surgery, which we'll get into with him. So let's do that right now. Liam Hendriks chatting it up with myself, Perzinski, and Eric Kratz on winning the award. Liam, thanks for joining us. Congratulations on winning AL Comeback Player of the Year. And congratulations on the comeback quest, right? And I know you're going through it again with an injury rehab, but not the same here. The storyline is incredible. And now that you have an off season to look back at what just happened over the past year, what do you talk about with your family?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't exactly the year we drew up. Starting off with the diagnosis wasn't ideal, but you look back on it, and like when I was going through it, I was like, okay, it's a 6 week. I'm missing 6 to 8 weeks of the season. It's not that big of a deal. People have missed more time. I'm coming back and not thinking of it as big of a deal. But as we went on, like I started doing group visits with current cancer patients or people who just got over or people who just got diagnosed. And I mean, the impact that it had on a lot of those people was huge. The impact it had on just people going through the same sort of battles. It meant a lot more than just baseball. It meant a lot more than just missing 2 months of the season. Looking back on it now, you can really kind of see the gravity of what was going on, and coming back from it, I think it's one thing that I'm really, really proud of.
How have you changed in the last year since the diagnosis and since, where you are at today?
Well, today, I mean, once I got back from the treatment stuff like that, I gained about 45 pounds. So I had to cut that back off because, you've seen me at my biggest as well, I think. But it's that was one of the big things. But now it's just it's more of the look on life. You put up with less. I mean, it's you're in a clubhouse, you've got guys that do differing things. You just walk away a little bit more than when you used to kind of get into it a little bit more, like as that witty banter going back and forth. And now it's just you know what, I don't really feel like doing this today, and you walk away. But other than that, you look at it and look, there's a lot of things. There's a lot of people that are going through a lot worse things. So I don't really want to change my mindset too much. It's now giving back as much as I can, and now I've got a really focused group to do that with.
So this award is voted on by your peers, right? I imagine that you came across quite a few people that you played against over the past season that said things to you. So what kind of comments and praise did you get from people around the sport? Like, is there anything that stands out, a conversation or just a consensus of what you'd hear aside from just, hey, it's incredible, awesome to have you back?
Yeah, I mean, that was mainly the consensus. It was just like, hey, how you doing? Like, how's everything going? Is it all looking good? And then a lot of people, it was, oh, my sister, my brother, my parents, my grandparents, like so many people have gone through something similar to this that it's insane. It's unbelievable the amount of people that go through something similar, and having that common bond between people and between now different players on the teams and stuff like that. It's pretty special. But being being awarded this from the group of players is a huge deal. I didn't quite think I was as deserving with only being active for a little part of it, but I think that's what, as we go back to, it's bigger than the game, and now I get a chance to kind of lean on guys. I mean, I'm talking to people that my doctors work with now, just to make sure that they're in the right headspace, they're doing the right things, and making sure that they've got the most positive attitude going towards us as well.
Liam, what did it mean when you got to take the field again? I mean, obviously, me being a White Sox fan and a White Sox person, when you took the field, it was a special moment that day. So can you walk us through coming back, and then when you get to take the field and you get to pitch for the first time?
Yeah, that was a special thing. I think the most special thing was what both the Angels and the White Sox did, where they didn't go to commercial break. They focused on me as I was walking out to the bullpen. And that was one thing that was really unexpected, but I really appreciate the sentiment, because it gave a lot of people around the world, around the country, around the world, to be able to look in and see kind of the gravity of what we're going through. They had a group from the Weish Foundation up there with Team Liam signs right behind the bullpen. They gave me the opportunity to kind of soak it in and get on the mound and really kind of accept what's going on. And that was something that I'll always be forever grateful for. But that was one of the coolest experiences, being able to come back in, and a night game, the light show, the music, the crowd. It was an extremely emotional time, and I just want to thank everybody that was involved in the preparation, and the fans for coming out, and anyone who's come up to me and said, "Oh, look, I was at that game. I bought the shirt." I mean, anything going towards cancer research is such a huge thing for me.
Is this a full 360 for you? Because you and Chrissy, you guys were so involved with different charities. Is it a 360 turn to like, hey, this is what we want to focus our time on from here on out?
No, we've still focused on a lot of different things. We did, I think, close to 35 activations throughout the city of Chicago this year, whether it be first responders, whether it be in the LGBTQ community, whether it be for animal rescue. We've not really focused out only on cancer stuff, but that was what I did at the field. Like every single road trip series, I'd have someone come out, and I get a chance to sit there and meet with them and hang out. And I was usually hanging out with them for an hour or so and just talking, seeing how they're doing, what their side effects were from treatment, how their attitude's going now, and what was the thing that really got them through. And it's you see it really kind of just the weight ebb off people when you start talking about it a little bit more. It's not just, oh, great, I'm happy to meet you, glad you could come out. No, you have these conversations about like, okay, what did you enjoy? What are you doing now? Hey, I got really nauseous, so I had to eat a lot, which meant I gained a lot of weight. How was your side effects from treatment? What was your worst thing? Did you ever get bone pain? I feel like one thing I got was a little bit of bone pain, and then they said Claritin was the best thing to take for that, which is a random thing, but just the little experiences and stuff like that was probably the biggest thing for me. But no, we haven't really stopped focusing on what we've always focused on, and that's just making the community a better place.
And Kratz, by the way, I mean, not to be that guy, but I think you mean 180 instead of 360.
He really does. See, he said, I knew exactly what his answer was going to be. He's going to go 360 and continue in the same direction.
Yeah.
He does
all
everything
out.
twice. Yeah, he goes all out now.
He does go all out. So actually,
I meant 180, mate.
Yeah, 180. Just for the internet
Australia.
trolls that try and make fun of Kratz's math. Not that he cares that much, but Liam, actually, on that topic of going all out, you actually do have a chance to win this award in back-to-back years because you came back, but unfortunately, since you got hurt, crazy, right? Think about it. Like you could come back and storm through the league and win this award again for the stats and what you put together on the field too. So how is your progress on that front? And I'm sure that comeback player of the year is not the first thing on your mind, but how nice would it be if you look at next year and you're like, all right, let's go. 2.5 ERA. Let me lock down 40 saves.
Yeah, I don't know if there's ever been a two-time comeback player of the year. It's definitely something that crossed my mind when I found out about this one. But I'm like, let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. But look, I just want to get back to playing, and that's all I really care about. Look, it's great to be honored, especially by the players. But my goal is to be on the mound. My goal is to help whichever team, wherever I'm at, win, and that's all I can really do. And now being in a bullpen with a guy like Brian Shaw, I need to make sure that I have bragging rights and beat his games appearances one year, just so I can have those bragging rights.
Like, have you had a change in like, hey, how long do I want to pitch for? How long do I want to play for? Now that you got a new brasso, you got a new arm. Is that changed it?
The goal was always till 40, but now, I mean, I've got a brand new arm. I'm 34 years old. I've got a brand new elbow that's been pretty much degrading for the last 10 years. And now I get an opportunity to pitch with a new one, which will be pretty exciting, I think. I don't know. I don't know if I need to re-tear it again to make sure I get back to where I was. Who knows? But yeah, I mean, that's the goal is now to pitch till I'm 40. That's another 6 or so years. Depending on how the Olympics go and stuff like that, that's something I really am interested in is representing my country at the Olympics. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Obviously, there's the 28 in LA, there's the 32 in Brisbane. So if I can convince the Australian IOC to put baseball in the Olympics in 32, I'll have to stick around and play till then.
Liam, we appreciate the time, dude. Most importantly, congratulations on you personally coming back from obviously just one of the shittiest parts of life that so many of us are affected by with family, friends, etc. And thanks for being such a great voice now for the sport on this very important topic. Fuck cancer. And we'll talk to you later in the off season. All right, dude?
Yeah, I appreciate you guys having me. One last thing I just want to say, and I always say it, is if you know anybody who's struggling, whether it be through a cancer diagnosis or health or kind of depression or anxiety or any sort of ailment, please reach out. Those text messages that we get, those are the things that could make us like that bright spot of that day. That could be that turnaround that we need to make sure that we're in the right headspace. And for those people going through things, reach out to people. Don't be afraid to talk to a therapist. Don't be afraid to talk to family and friends and just explain what's going on, because you know what? they will respect you. They will be able to ask questions, and you will be able to get through this as a part of a community. And that's something that I feel like really need to do is just reach out to those people who you think is struggling a little bit. And it definitely, it's not annoying. It definitely means the world to us.
Yeah, well said. It sounds simple, but it's a necessary reminder. So you're the man, Liam. Appreciate you, man. Enjoy the off season. All right.
Appreciate it, guys. Thanks for having me.
Next up, this is a newer award. It started in 2020, the Curt Flood Award, which is in conjunction with the 50th anniversary of the former All-Star center fielder's court challenge to the reserve system that actually created free agency for players. And it's given to a former player in the image of Flood, who in the image of Flood demonstrated a selfless long-time devotion to the Players Association and the advancement of players' rights. So we can look back. Last year's winner was Steve Rogers. 2021, Mark Belanger, and the great Andre Dawson won the award the first time through in 2020. So your finalists this year for the award are Phil Bradley and Scott Sanderson, both big parts of the Players Association. And your winner of the 2023 Curt Flood Award is Phil Bradley, the former All-Star and 8-year big leaguer, a union leader during the 1980s, was a major part of the 1990 negotiations, and he is in his 25th year as a PA special assistant. Free agency is pretty cool, right? It's kind of a big deal.
No doubt about it. And, Phil, he's one of those guys, every time he walks into those meetings, Adams, that comes up, give you some dap, gives you some love, and he loves the players. He's always asking questions like, hey, man, what's going on? Talk to me. Is everything okay in here? How's everybody feeling? Are they, just about making sure the players are okay. And I still talk to Phil to this day, which is great. We always have a little conversation. Happy holidays. What's going on? What's new? And he's as cool as the other side of the pillow, Adam, as you know.
He's one of the good guys of the game, and it's what you need. You need that old school mindset, but with the progressive understanding of how the game is going. And he said, Phil comes in there all the time. Hey, man, everything's good. You need anything? Just let us know. And soft spoken, and just he just commands a room. He commands respect, and I've gotten to know him for a long time, and he's just what the game needs. And I'm glad that he's still around and influencing a lot of this younger generation, because a lot of older players aren't playing as much or have retired. So I'm glad that he's around and he's able to steer this young generation in the right direction.
Yeah, part of this for a long time, obviously, what you guys are talking about, having combos and helping out players. So congratulations again, Phil. You earned it. And he is the 2023 Curt Flood winner. Okay, now let's get back to some on-the-field awards. The outstanding pitcher, we'll look back at last year, Justin Verlander in the American League taking it, and Sandy Alcantara in the National League. And we hope he has a speedy recovery, because we're going to miss him for all of next year. Robbie Ray and Max Scherzer winning the awards in 2021. Shane Bieber and Trevor Bauer in 2020. You go back to 19, Verlander won again, and also DeGrom won in back-to-back years in 18 to 19. Look at Mr. Snell, who might be a part of this conversation, obviously, as a finalist, which we'll get to. But let's start with the American League finalists for this year's outstanding pitcher, and they are...
Finalists. Outstanding pitcher. American League.
2-2. And a swing and a miss. 3 more strikeouts for Kyle Bradish.
Swing and a miss. Monasterio down on strikes.
Kind of a milestone for a pitcher. 200 strikeouts for the year.
Strike 3 called. There it is. 13 strikeouts for Sonny Gray. A new career best.
There they are, your finalists for AL Outstanding Pitcher. Kyle Bradish coming on strong with the Orioles. Garrett Cole is just a rock in the rotation for the Yanks. And Sonny Gray in his mid-30s having a career year, too, for the Minnesota Twins, and great in the home run prevention category, especially Cole, a strikeout machine, Bradish with a breakout year. And Adam Jones, you can announce the winner of the AL Outstanding Pitcher.
Garrett Cole. But no, Garrett going absolute stud. I mean, absolute Garrett Cole. No, absolute stud, model of consistency, 30 plus starts, 200, tip your cap. That's a G.
You're right. He makes it look easy. Congratulations to Garrett Cole, the winner of the AL Outstanding Pitcher of the Year in 2023. There he is, looking nice and mean with a little bit of purple lightning kind of behind him. Love that candy card there with the digital signature. If you grab that in a team pack, you're in pretty good shape. You've got the best pitcher in the American League.
AL Outstanding Pitcher.
Garrett is tenacious.
He is the definition of an ace.
I think he's one of the best pitchers in the game. I've been facing him since college. He's been throwing 100 miles an hour since then.
One of the most consistent pitchers in the league.
Year after year, it's the same guy.
No matter what the score is or what the stakes are, he's going to go out there and give you his best game and best outing each and every time he goes out there.
I mean, he has a fastball that both runs and rises, and that's something that's really impressive because there's not too many guys in the league that have that.
全部を持ってる投手だと思うんですけど、その中でやっぱりまっすぐフォーシームっていうのが一番軸になって。
Swing and a miss. 4 strikeouts in a row for Cole. Swing and a miss. Swing and a miss. Change up. 11 strikeouts for Cole.
Garrett, I just want to congratulate you on winning AL Pitcher of the Year.
Garrett, congrats. It's a well-deserved award, and look forward to seeing you out there.
Felicidades a Garrett Cole por este premio.
Congratulations, Garrett. Very well deserved.
Congrats, Garrett, on AL Outstanding Pitcher. Enjoy the moment. We all know you're going to have more of them, so keep being you.
コール選手、受賞おめでとうございます。対戦するときは楽しみにもしてますし、素晴らしい投手なので打てるかなという不安もありながら、毎年対戦を楽しみにしています。これからの活躍も楽しみに、対戦も楽しみに頑張りたいなと思います。おめでとうございます。
It's so special because you know that each person that tallied a vote has played through pain, played through injuries, has survived the grind of the game, and there's a like-mindedness amongst all baseball players and a level of respect. You hold it like a little closer to your heart, I think, when you know the people that are behind the pens writing on the paper that they know what you're going through.
Finalists. Outstanding Pitcher. National League.
Swing and a miss. 11 strikeouts for Blake Snell, who's retired 10 in a row.
A career-high 11 strikeouts, Justin Steele. Swing and a miss. Zach Gallen with a season-high dozen strikeouts. He has set down 12 in a row.
Boom, there's your list for NL Outstanding Pitcher. Zach Allen, Blake Snell, and Justin Steele. And Todd Father is going to tell us who wins the award in the National League. Your winner for Outstanding Pitcher is
Blake Snell. Very great year, man. It seems like every time he pitched, I like that. Every time he pitched, he had double-digit strikeouts. The guy was absolutely filthy. The curveball was working. His fastball was electric. Everything about him. He's got the prowess of like a Randy Johnson on the mound, and he throws really hard. You know, he just doesn't have that height, but at the same time, he did awesome this year. Well deserved.
The NL Outstanding Pitcher.
He's one of the best pitchers in the game.
He's such a competitor.
All he does is win.
Como te diría yo la palabra de uno tarate, él sabe comandar sus picheos.
割れたっていうのは、本当に素晴らしいですし。
The stuff is elite. Really just gotta pick your spot and don't miss it because this stuff's gonna be nasty and it's not gonna be a fun night for you.
What up? I'm Blake Snell, the NL Outstanding Pitcher.
He's a power pitcher. He just plows through guys. And all he does is go out there and say, hey, you know what? You think you can hit this? Go ahead, try. You won't be able to.
Blake Snell has got 10 strikeouts. Snellzilla has not allowed a hit through 7.
One of the guys that I think we see the most chases on curveballs in the dirt or short because of how violent the pitch is breaking down.
Swing and a
Yes.
もらったんですけど、やっぱりその角度のある、身長も高いですし、角度のあるまっすぐと、カーブとスライダー、なかなかその一球種に当てても打てるボールが少ないなっていう中で。
But he has so many weapons to strike you out, and we saw that this year.
Breaking balls are very sharp, and then his fastball is upper 90s.
Lefty top of the zone heaters and curveballs and
Wicked combo, fastball, curveball combo like that. I mean,
Really electric stuff.
it's fun to watch.
some of the ugliest swings you'll ever see in your life.
In 2018, I didn't know how special that season was. This year, as I was going through it, I was a lot more understanding of what I was doing, what was going on, appreciating it. I'm hungry to be better and make more out of it.
So I just want to congratulate you on winning NL Outstanding Pitcher.
Blake, congrats. It's been really fun competing against you and look forward to continuing that.
Congratulations on NL Outstanding Pitcher, well deserved.
Felicidades a Blake Snell.
Congratulations, Blake. Never a fun at bat. Well deserved.
スネル選手受賞おめでとうございます。毎年対戦を楽しみにしていますけど。
Congratulations. What you've been able to do and now several years in a row has been pretty impressive.
Blake, congrats on your NL Outstanding Pitcher Award. Hell of a year. You deserve it. And see you back in Seattle.
For me to win this award, it means a lot because it's just the respect that, other players have towards me and the season I've had playing against them. So for them to be aware of that and pick me it's an honor always. Thank you, all the NL players, for voting for me to be the NL Outstanding Pitcher. It means the world.
All right, so now that we have the two winners for the Outstanding Pitcher, let's talk about them for a sec. Adam, you spent a lot of time in San Diego. Blake Snell gets traded over to the Padres a few years ago from the Rays, and usually when the Rays call for any trade, even if it's a star, you're like, nah, I'm good. You guys win too many trades. But for this one, the San Diego Padres had a down year as a team. Just imagine what they would have been without Blake Snell. I mean, this dude was the best pitcher in the National League, no doubt.
It was pure dominance this year. I mean, if people talk about the walks. Well, he walked people. He ain't let them in. So who cares? What he ain't let him in. I mean, the whole point is to score runs off the guy. But he had a dominant year, and I think he needed that. But also it's free agent year. So, some people kicking into an extra gear. And I think going forward, I think he figured himself out. I mean, obviously he was a Cy Young winner before. He knows himself. But, sometimes we go through struggles as players. But I think he figured himself out this year, and especially the second half, he just went on a really good run. And, somebody's going to be very lucky to get his services this offseason.
I don't know how much he fully said it, but I know it was at least hinted and some of his teammates said it. He didn't make the All-Star team. Mm-hmm. And yeah, he had a little bit of a slow start, but then picked it up pretty quickly. And he was one of those guys right on the outside looking in. And then he was like, all right, everyone's in big trouble. Not that that was the only reason, like Adam said, he's also going to get paid this offseason, but damn, he had a few chips on his shoulder.
That's what I was just going to say. Listen, I'm not doing, they're not picking me there. Listen, and he went about it the right way, man. He didn't get crazy. He just went on the mound, did what he had to do. Yeah, he walked a bunch of guys. Again, they didn't let him in. Doesn't matter what you do, man. If you hit a line drive or a bloop single, it's still a hit in the book. So guess what? As a pitcher, get your wins, get your strikeouts, keep your team in the game. And he's the definition of that this year.
Oh, he wiggled out of jam after jam. Who cares, right? You just picked up punch outs when he needed them. And on that topic, Garrett Cole obviously did that all year long. So congrats to him for winning that award. I wanted to get your thoughts on watching Mr. Cole as we check out his MLB Perfect Inning 23 player card right here. The dude was a stud. Mid-2s ERA, picks up the strikeouts, and you got to watch a good chunk of his starts this year.
Yeah, every time he was on the mound, it seemed like they were going to have an opportunity to win a lot of games. He didn't give up many runs. When he did, it was early in the games, and then he would cruise from there. And it just seems like this guy is the definition of an ace, the dominant ace. And he's going to go out there and give you a lot of games. He's going to go out there and show you what he's got. And he's going to throw that fastball. He's one of those old school pitchers. Here's the heater. And if that's not working, I'll try something else. But you got to hit my fastball first, and not many people get hit it.
Yeah, this was his fourth season already with the Yanks. He is the definition of a one every year.
Yeah.
He is a one. And you're like, what's a number one starter? Garrett Cole is an ace, and he's been like that for a long time already in this league. So congratulations to him on winning the award. And let's take a little peek at MLB Perfect Inning 23. And you can download MLB Perfect Inning 23. Scan the QR code on the screen right now if you're looking. Otherwise, just hit up wherever you're getting your apps and download MLB Perfect Inning 23. Type it in. Game features include real-time player versus player gameplay with your club members. There's various MLB legends, updated team unis looking fresh, rosters, and a whole lot more. Download MLB Perfect Inning 23 for free. And again, congratulations to those outstanding pitcher winners. You know, Pedro Martinez has the most all-time. No surprise, since these awards started in 1992, and then a whole bunch of legendary dudes on this list with 3 that are either in the Hall of Fame or most of them should be on the Hall of Fame. So conversation for another day. Let's move on to the Marvin Miller Man of the Year Award, which is given to the player whose leadership most inspires others to higher levels of achievement. And it is named in honor of the PA's first full-time executive director, Marvin Miller, who was in that position for a long time, 1966 to 1982. And he was inducted into the National Baseball Hall of Fame in 2021. If only we had someone that we could talk to about what this award means. Anyone?
Well,
Anyone?
Oh, right there.
That guy.
And it's just the selflessness of the culture. There's so many things we can do. I mean, we give back our time, we give money. I just think that when we're present, the community feels it. Just everything, everybody embraces it. And for me to win it, for me to be nominated over the years, also is just a tribute to, first off, my peers understanding that I'm trying to do something bigger than just play between the lines. I'm trying to affect the community. And I was fortunate to go to Baltimore, African American city, and I had to implement myself there. So it was all genuine, everything I did there.
Well, yeah, an amazing award. It means a ton to anybody you talk to about it, and even being recognized. And we can look at some prior winners. Of course, you're looking at one on the screen with us here who's talking through it. Adam won in 2015. But if we look back to the most recent winners, Lindor took it last year, Semien the year before, Nelson Cruz in 2020, Curtis Granderson, Mr. Nice Guy, back-to-back years in 2019 and 2018, and Anthony Rizzo was the winner in 2017. So let's take a look at the finalists for this year. We've got 2 guys who have a chance to win this award again, right? Granderson's won the most, 4 ever, but Marcus Semien is a finalist again. Francisco Lindor is a finalist again. We've got Ian Happ, who's on the list as well for the Chicago Cubs as a finalist.
The winner is Marcus Semien.
Congratulations.
Nothing you can say. Congratulations. Nothing you can say bad about the guy. He does it between the lines. He does it off the field also. So salute to his character and how he's raised.
Marcus Semien Players' Choice Awards.
When I hear Marcus Semien, I just think of a pro's pro. But I have a leader that can kind of get the team back together, and the focus back together is huge for a team to succeed.
It seems as if it comes natural to him, the leadership aspect. For anyone that does that, there's so much respect among the peers because we all know how hard it is.
That's the word I'd say that comes to mind with him is just dynamic. I think just having that voice and being able to communicate in that way is important.
I could talk about Marcus a whole lot because, especially from my perspective in bargaining in the CBA and him fulfilling that leadership role in the union, his ability to communicate with everybody and using that not for just his team but for the entirety of the players. And on behalf of the players, I think we all should be grateful for his service there and his hard work.
Leadership is one of the most well-known tools, but it's one of the hardest things to do, and to be able to do it at the highest stage of baseball and just to help the team each and every way and just go out there and do your work and provide that leadership for every single person out there is a big help.
It's the same way he is on the field, the way he's taking charge, the way he takes care of his own business and then looks out for the next guy.
Mira, yo creo que es muy importante el liderazgo porque, por ejemplo, uno cuando viene subiendo de novato y tú necesitas esa persona que esté ahí como que te apoye, levanta la cabeza, este juego cambia, vamos a seguir para adelante, seguir jugando duro, ¿me entiendes? Porque si tú no tienes esa persona que te apoya aparte de tu familia, bastante uno como pelotero le da mucha mente a eso, entonces es un poco más complicado salir de esa situación.
I think that's the ultimate respect, to have your peers who, we compete against every single day vote for you. I think that, the fan vote is great and different things that we do, but when you get the respect to your counterparts, I think it's even better. One of my main goals is to make sure young kids of color continue to play the game. Another goal of mine is to help single mothers. I grew up in a single mother household, and I understand the struggle that some single mothers may be going through. So those are two things I definitely want to focus on.
Marcus, congratulations on the award. That's amazing. Keep being you.
You very much deserve it, and you've very much been a leader in this space for the players and for the game as a whole for a long time. Congratulations for winning the Marvin Miller Man of the Year award.
Marcus, congrats on the leadership award and just the Marvin Miller Man of the Year.
Felicidades, Marcus Simmons.
セミエン選手、おめでとうございます。
Marcus, I know it's been a couple years since we played together, but congratulations on the 2023 Marvin Miller Award.
Congrats on being the Marvin Miller Man of the Year. Looking forward to your leadership in the PA.
Thank you for voting me as Marvin Miller Man of the Year.
There he is, looking fresh and rich and loving life as a Texas Ranger. Marcus Semien, the winner of the Marvin Miller Man of the Year. He wins it again. He's got 2 now. And this is a dude that everybody tries to kind of mimic with. You see it from players, like with their routine, with the way they conduct themselves. It's no secret. Obviously, he plays every day on the field, but it's also no secret to why a team like the Texas Rangers signed him, and you're seeing it. It's played out really well for Texas. They're pretty good, huh?
Listen, he's a giving guy. He helps out everywhere. He's a shortstop, now playing second base. He's a guy that wants to win, and he does his business as usual. He does everything he's supposed to do. He goes about it. When you talk to him, it's handshake. He's firm handshake. He's like, all right, I got to do something else. Like, he's a guy that's a winner, and he likes helping other people. There's nothing better than that. He will put you in front of him every time, you before me. And guess what? Deserving winner, a guy that's going to keep going and is going to keep helping his community out. Well-deserved again.
Yeah, helping out the community, obviously, in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, but also he's a Bay Area native and played with the A's. That's where he really had his breakout when he was traded over from the White Sox, and he's a big contributor in that community still, of course, and multiple Marvin Miller Man of the Year winners in the past. Granderson's actually won 4 times, and now Semien has taken 2. John Smoltz, Jim Thome, and Michael Young also have won the award 2 times. Congratulations again to Marcus Semien. Awesome. And the Player of the Year, which is really my favorite award of the offseason, is what we're about to give out here. Your Player of the Year candidates are sponsored by Candy Digital. And when we're looking at recent Player of the Year winners, Aaron Judge took it in 23, Shohei Ohtani the year before, Freddie Freeman, Mike Trout, and JD Martinez on this list. What makes this special is that it's only one, and it combines the AL and the NL. I always thought about that too. I mean, even when I was younger growing up, I wondered, I'm like, okay, why do we have AL and NL? Why don't we also just have one winner to take it all? And that obviously changed in the late 90s when the PA said, hey, let's make an award just for one dude and find out, when we poll all of the players, who's the freaking best player overall, and considering everything this time, right? So Ohtani won in the American League, and that's just considering him as a position player.
Mm-hmm.
In the National League, we had Ronald Acuña Jr. take the award for outstanding player. Mm-hmm. This is taking all the talents. So for Ohtani, that includes the pitching that he brought to the table too. So keep that in mind, and let's show you the finalists for this award.
Finalists. Player of the Year.
He did it! A 40-70 season for Ronald Acuña Jr.
Hit hard to right field. Mookie Betts lays out and preserves the no-hitter.
Swings and misses, strike 3. It's the 3rd strikeout of the inning.
That is how the inning will end. 9th strikeout tonight.
All right, here we go. It's Acuña versus Mookie Betts versus Ohtani for the Player of the Year in Major League Baseball this year, voted on by their peers, the players. And the winner of the award will be announced by Todd Father. Who you got?
This could have gone either way.
Mm-hmm.
This is a really good race. Both, you think, you look at Mookie Betts, he had a really good year, but at the same time, 2 guys were kind of taken away with it between Acuña and Ohtani. But the winner is Ronald Acuña Jr., over 70 stolen bases, over 40 home runs for the record books. Listen, Shohei Ohtani, we talked about, is a unicorn. He is unbelievable. Could have gone to either of them, but I think the deserving one was Ronald Acuña Jr. He was Mr. Consistent throughout the year, stayed healthy, and he dominated. And that's the biggest word. He absolutely dominated this year.
This is crazy, Jonesy, to think about, because you look at the seasons that both of them put together, and I'm sure many players, when they're deciding on how they vote, are like, damn, I mean, do I want the pitching and the hitting, or Acuña with what he did in the field and on the bases and just lighting it up at the beginning of games? And there's the fancy candy digital card there showing it off to the world, kind of like an infinite object where you spin it around and get some highlights. I like it. Showstopper, Ronald Acuña Jr. But is that who you would have voted for?
I would have, because you take in, you're taking his team, obviously. I know Shohei can't control, what other 25 guys do, but, Acuña came up big in late games. He played a lot of very important, meaningful games because obviously the Phillies are on their tail and the Mets kept fighting and the Marlins had a good year. It sucks because Ohtani and Trout are penalized because the team doesn't have success. But here, I mean, when you are leading the team, you got, for me, you're a front runner for things. And this year, I mean, he just put together a historic year, not just a very good year, an historic year. And it's crazy because I think we're getting normalized to how great Ohtani is. It's like we expect him to strike out 10. We expect him to go 2 for 5 with a dinger and a double and a stolen base. It's like we're getting just normalized to how great he is.
Who would you have voted for, Acuña or Ohtani?
I would have voted for Acuña.
You would have?
Remember I talked about the 70 stolen bases, how somebody's going to get you guys like, yo, you're crazy. He's just one of those guys. He got me the stolen bases, so check off for him. 40 home runs, another check off for him. And it was just weird because it seemed like he did something every day. My high school coach always told me, do 3 things right each game, whether it's get a run scored, a hit. It seemed like he did 3+ every game, 2 hits, 2 doubles, made a nice play in the field. So he was a guy that this year, if we're talking about this year, came out and stung everybody, whoever he played, the guy that you didn't want to face.
And you look at the first inning numbers for the Atlanta Braves, they were insane. I mean, you spoke to players. you speak to hundreds of players throughout the season on foul territory, and we would talk to pitchers, and they were just like, oh, damn. Gotta face Acuña in the first inning, right? How many times did the Braves put up runs in the first inning? They were just a dominant offense in the regular season with Acuña leading the charge.
Ronald Acuña Jr., pelotero de la Liga Nacional.
It's hard to be good in this game and have as much fun and be as free as he does it.
He's arguably the most talented player in the big leagues.
There's not a lot of things he's not very, very good at or exceptional at, to be honest.
そうですね。やっぱ全部ができる選手じゃないかなと思うので、走れるし。
He's making history. He's doing things everyone, thought he would be able to do, and probably better than what we thought he would do.
The first ever to do a 40-70 season, just the way he goes out there and then hitting 40 homers and also batting, I think, .330.
I mean, you've done things that no one in this game has ever done before. I mean, look, there's not too many people that'll ever do it again, and you may be able to do it again next year, but there's not too many people that can.
He keeps getting better. He's a great player now, and he's going to be a great player for a long time.
It seems as if the game comes so easy to him.
He really seems like a guy that can do it all out there with the arm, with his feet, at the plate.
He can field his position. He's got one of the best arms in the game.
The elite speed power ratio.
打っても打率も残せるし、ホームランも打てる。守備でも素晴らしいですし、走塁ももちろん素晴らしい。全部ができる選手じゃないかな。
Along with the kind of otherworldly power he has.
And he breaks for second. The throw down there, and he swiped it easily. And Ronald Acuña in scoring position. This one hits solidly to left. That ball is gone. Ronald Acuña.
Mira, primero que nada, gracias a Dios y a todos los peloteros que me eligieron a mí en ser pelotero de Gracias por todo el apoyo. Siempre tienen mi respeto. De verdad que siempre tenemos una competencia. Mira, la temporada mía yo la evaluaría como una temporada de superación, ya que, mira, de verdad estaba súper emocionado por el jonrón 40 porque yo creo que tiene un significado, un precio. Yo creo que la gente en Venezuela, la gente que me apoya en mi pueblo, La Sabana, estaban esperando eso. Y yo, gracias a Dios, pude regalarle esa alegría.
And I just want to congratulate you on winning the NL Most Outstanding Player.
Congrats, Ronald. So much left for your career.
Ronald, congrats on being the player of the year.
Ronald, congrats.
Ronald, congratulations.
Acuña選手、おめでとうございます。
I don't think there's a more deserving guy.
De verdad que gracias a todos los que votaron, de verdad que mi respeto full, gracias siempre por el apoyo.
So again, congratulations, Ronald. And he's fun to watch. Like he's got the swag. He's got the yellow sleeve that so many kids are rocking now. So he's bringing it. And a really cool Candy Digital card that we just saw there. And Candy is your official destination for MLB Digital Collectibles. You can collect, buy, sell, and earn rewards like meet and greets with MLB stars. There's game-used gear and signed memorabilia getting handed out. As a special offer for the Foul Territory fam that's watching, Candy is offering free MLB team packs to get your collection started. So visit go.candy.com/pack or hit that QR code on your screen. Again, go.candy.com/pack. Sign up and you get a free MLB team pack. And that link will also be placed in the YouTube show notes along with the podcast description as well. All right, so let's finish up here. And first off, look back at the American League award winners on the player side. So you had Liam Hendriks taking the Comeback Player of the Year award. Garrett Cole is your outstanding pitcher. Your outstanding rookie winner is Gunnar Henderson of the Baltimore Orioles. And Shohei Ohtani really never leaves without some hardware at this point. He's got the outstanding player. He's going to have to create probably an entire house or warehouse to store all of his awards at some point in life. So congratulations to him on that side. And in the National League, we had Cody Bellinger taking Comeback Player of the Year. Outstanding pitcher goes to Mr. Blake Snell, who perfectly timed winning this award with a free agent market that is going to be looking for a number one pitcher like him. Outstanding rookie Corbin Carroll. What a damn year for him and postseason. And then outstanding player goes to Ronald Acuña Jr. And finishing up here with the player of the year, which we just went over, Ronald Acuña Jr. takes it there. Marvin Miller Man of the year is Marcus Semien, and Curt Flood award winner Phil Bradley. Whew, that was cool. That was fun. You think there'll be any controversy or debate from any of the players looking at any of these award winners? I think so-and-so should have won? No,
I don't think
You think
so
they nailed it?
I think everything was cut dry. Everybody stood out. Stood out.
I feel like this year, I would say the one that was probably the most interesting to debate was American League when you're taking out the pitching stats for Ohtani, which is what you do, and you have Ohtani versus Seager, and then also for player of the year with Acuña Jr. Against Shohei Ohtani. Otherwise, this year, I feel like compared to many other prior seasons, there's not as much crazy debate. A lot of the awards were duh, it's Blake Snell, right? Duh, it's Corbin Carroll.
I mean, you can't argue with if Ohtani gets something. That's just the guy's one of the best. You just can't argue with it. I mean, Seager had a phenomenal year and plays great defense also. And, I think nothing hurt him. He just played, I think he played just over 100 games. So he spent some time on the DL, but he still, put up 30 plus and almost 100 in that span. So if you went with him, no one's gonna argue with that. But you definitely can't argue with someone has to dethrone Ohtani. Basically, you have to have a better year than him because he's gonna have a good year.
Well, and we saw last year too. Aaron Judge had an historic season. I mean, that's what it took to take down someone like Ohtani in a category.
And they still complain about
run record.
They do. And Judge still was
he's better.
He still had a heck of a year this year too as well, even after he got hurt. So right. I would die for a year like that, Adam. Come on. So
what are you telling me?
Yeah.
Well, congrats again to everyone winning. We talk ball like this every single day on Foul Territory. The show runs 1:00 Eastern. You can catch it on Stadium and on the Foul Territory YouTube channel, and a bunch of clips resulting from all this. Also, podcast-wise, if you're on the go, Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your pods, just type in Foul Territory. And let's finish with this. Congratulations to the award winners, and let's hear from them and their thank you messages for winning these awards as we say goodbye. Thanks for watching this Foul Territory special of the Players' Choice Awards, sponsored by Candy Digital.
Thank you, all the NL players for voting for me to be the NL Outstanding Pitcher. It means the world to me.
Thank you, voters, for choosing me for NL Comeback Player of the Year.
Thank you. I'll echo what I said earlier. You know, there's many outstanding years this year. You know, got to see a lot of them firsthand, and just to be honored and chosen out of that group, you know, it means a lot to me, and you know the work that I put in, and you know, just kind of my journey.
Yeah, I mean, I'm very humbled to receive this award, and I'm very thankful for all the votes out there and the recognition of my hard work. I couldn't have done it without my teammates and my coaching staff and all the people that prepare us behind the scenes too. So, you know, they share a lot of credit in this award as well.
Thank you so much for voting for me for this award. I humbly accept it, and I certainly appreciate your support.
It holds a lot more weight, so I want to say thank you to all the players who not only voted for me, but voted for other guys. I mean, there's a lot of deserving guys out there, whether it be a guy like Tyler Glasnow, who came back from multiple arm issues, whether it be a guy like Kevin Kiermaier, who has run into some injury stuff in the past and then put together probably his best year of his career. And it's something that's to be held in such a light with some guys like that, or the previous winners of these awards. It's truly an honor, and I want to be very grateful and thank you to all the guys who voted, not only for me, but for everybody around this league for noticing what the guys have gone through. I just want to say thank you to all the players who voted, not only for me, but for everybody who's gone through anything this year or in the past couple of years and come back to where they're standing in the big leagues. It means a lot to me, and I know it means a lot to everybody who's the previous winners of this award, the guys who are going to win in the future. It means a lot coming from the players, so from the bottom of my and Christy's hearts. Thank you for voting for me, and I appreciate the award, and this is your 2023 AL Comeback Player of the Year.
Thank you for voting me as Marvin Miller Man of the Year.
投票してくれた選手の皆さん、ありがとうございます。皆さんの、投票をこれからの励みに、また頑張りたいなと思います。
De verdad que gracias a todos los que votaron, de verdad que mi respeto full, gracias siempre por el apoyo.